Before getting into this video, this is my spoiler-filled review of the season finale for Star Trek Picard. If you haven't seen it and do plan on watching it, I recommend you watch it first. As usual, I want everyone to make their own conclusions before drawing interpretation from my own. So, let's begin. I started off with immensely high hopes for Star Trek Picard. The first few episodes started off rough, but with much promise. That promise soon faded away to absolutely nothing. It wasn't before long before the show felt like it changed from a character study to saving the universe from an intergalactic terror. The last few episodes have been absolutely boring, horribly written, and simply not Trek. The season finale? Well, it follows suit in pretty much the same way.
Unmitigated disaster.
The show has been an absolute mind-blowing cluster of garbage, and in this episode alone, here are some of the worst written, most comically bad moments that I can't even fathom happen in a Trek TV show. The Romulan incest sister says this line.
Have you found them?
Yes, they're all here.
Have you fucked any of them?
Rios' imagination fixes a broken ship.
You have to imagine the fix.
Literally the lights and everything power on by him closing his eyes and following what Rafi said. Goofy, over-explained Romulan Judgment Day story that we have never heard that fits ironically with two sisters that could destroy the universe.
The story of Gamadan begins with two sisters, twin Kalagu, daemons.
Everyone camping outside the ship at night, despite being on an alien planet and having a working ship right next to them. Rios, Elnor, Rafi, Romulan spy guy, and the Soon brother all had a plan that involved a literal soccer ball. Picard and Jurati go to defend the planet and have gained access to the flowers, yet none of that is exactly explained. Jurati literally replicates her face with this ridiculous MacGuffin and then gives us this shot. All these Federation ships show up to defend the planet and are literally a copy and paste of the exact same ship 100 times over. This shot looks like horrendously bad Photoshop. Captain Riker, this set looks like something out of a fanfiction. Picard dies. Soji cries over Picard dying, yet tried to unleash a organic, galactic, destroying alien race. Try saying that 3 times fast. 7 of 9 had a moment where she realized she could have changed, but
never again. Kill somebody just because it's what they deserve. Just because it feels wrong.
Data's uniform doesn't fit right, like, at all. Data's in heaven and is waiting to die so he can feel human. Data drinking wine in this outfit. Jurati and Rios just have an out-in-the-open thing now, I guess. They have no scenes together in this episode, minus this scene where they kiss. And, wait, why is Rafi and Seven together? None of that was built up at all. Did I miss something? No, I didn't miss any. What is going on? All this shit happened in the same episode.
An unmitigated disaster.
I can't think of a more disjointed, more confusing, more weightless finale episode of Trek since Enterprise, These Are the Voyages. Hell, this might be worse. At least in These Are the Voyages, there was some sort of weighted sentimentality in some of these scenes. Nothing is important here. Picard and Jurati are flying around these flowers, ships are firing and exploding. Watch this scene.
Now might be a good time to reveal the secret plan.
Do you feel any weight or any sort of tension to this scene? Riker is reinstated as captain of this ship. I can't honestly remember what it is. I will say his uniform does look kind of cool, but this set is distractingly bad. This was honestly a huge missed opportunity to show off the Enterprise, now backed by Captain Worf. At least that's what the Picard novel said. It would have really added something quite cool, and the threats that Riker would have thrown out to the Romulans would have felt more menacing coming from someone like Worf. Picard's death is so weightless. 1, he isn't in the show enough for it to count. 2, most of these characters have yelled at Picard or dismissed him entirely. 3, he hasn't really been around any of these characters for his death to really affect them on any sort of level. Finally, Picard is brought back in a synthetic body, all but 5, maybe 10 minutes after his death. He shares an intimate, face-to-face scene in a heaven-like experience with Data.
Am I dead?
While it is a well-acted scene by the two actors, Data's uniform is distractingly unfitting. Secondly, this scene really diminishes and removes all weight to Data's death and Nemesis.
Mortality gives meaning to human life, Captain.
I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Nemesis was great or even well-written film. Data followed by an action. He didn't have to describe what makes someone human.
I want to live, however briefly, knowing that my life is finite.
Data died for a cause, for a friend, and for a belief, without much interaction with his own best friend, and all but a goodbye to the person he was dying for.
Goodbye.
He did so for saving his friends. It was a human experience. This was removed in Picard for Data practically dying again, and asking to be permanently put down.
Love, friendship, these are precious because we know they cannot endure.
So he can experience being human.
Butterfly that lives forever. Is really not a butterfly at all.
That completely denotes all that happened in Nemesis.
An unmitigated disaster.
This show just feels so damn weightless. So many people are going to blindly defend the show, but so many times it felt like everything was quickly written, quickly shot, and just edited together. Most of this feels and looks just like total fan fiction, and I'm so disappointed in what the Trek universe has become. Nothing had weight. Nothing changed me as an individual or made me see things in a different light. It felt hollow, and nothing felt true to the character of Picard or the universe of Trek. I really hope others felt more enjoyment out of this series than I did. What did you think of the episode? Let me know in the comments down below. As usual, if you liked the video, smash the like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon supporters for supporting. I'll see you tots on the next video.